Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here. Every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 3 decades plus of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing and regenerating system. It's designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while that may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is really nothing more than just the way the body works. And welcome to The Bright Side, friends. Pharmacist Ben here. Thank you for joining us. We've got lines open at 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, business, health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, or our True Skin Health products or formulations or ingredients, or if you just want to comment or have a success story to share, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. We've got lines open for you. If you want to purchase longevity products, go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com, or call 866-735-2470 for a real live human being, 866-735-2470, or head to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. We got news stories, blog posts, lots of good health information, lots of videos. Our moments of truth are up at criticalhealthnews.com. Jonty just put a whole bunch of them up yesterday. Moment of Truth is a 60 to 90 second video that I shoot every morning. I've been doing them now for 4 months. Let's see, going on 4 months every morning. I'm going to try and get a whole year. My goal is to get a year, 365 moments of truth on various health topics. Today I talked about skin and the importance of penetration through the skin surface. Our skin health products, our skincare products that we use do not work unless they can activate the lower levels of the skin. For that activation to occur, you have to have some degree of penetration, and that's why fat-soluble vitamin C is important. That's why retinol is important. That's why fruit sugar acids like alpha hydroxy acids and also salicylic acid are so important. And we have just so much of misunderstandings about how to take care of the skin. Basically, we don't look at the skin as it really is. When we see the skin, we don't see its stratified or its layered nature. It looks like a homogeneous thing. I don't know what people think of when they see the skin. I've been studying it long enough that I can see the skin as a layered structure, and that's what it is. And we got to kind of put that in our mind's eye if we're going to be taking advantage of our skin health products. The reason we're dissatisfied with our skin products is because we do this thing that I call rub it on and hope for the best. And that's the skin strategy most of us have for taking care of our skin with skincare products. We rub it on and hope for the best without understanding what we're actually doing or how the skin is composed, how the skin is going to respond to active ingredients. And that, in my opinion, accounts for the vast dissatisfaction that most of us have about how we take care of our skin or our skincare products. Anyway, I did a moment of truth on that today. If you're interested in checking out our moments of truth, you can go to criticalhealthnews.com. You'll find all the longevity products. You can also go to our Facebook page, which is The Bright Side with Pharmacist Ben. Thank you, Nasima, for setting that one up. Nasima puts up our Moments of Truth every day. We're also going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to endeavor to do a Facebook Live this weekend. Don't hold me to it. I'm just going to try to do it. My weekends are pretty packed, but I am going to try to do a Facebook Live either Saturday or Sunday. That would be the 22nd or the 23rd of February. If you followed us on Facebook, you will get notified of that. If you have not followed us on our Facebook page, I encourage you to do so. We've got posts up as well as my videos, and then you'll get notified when we do our Facebook Lives. That is The Bright Side with Pharmacist Ben. If you want to purchase Truth Skin Health products, go to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Never any preservatives, fragrances, fillers, waxes, emulsifiers, silicone, water, nothing your skin doesn't need or doesn't want, because I don't think you should pay for things your skin doesn't need or doesn't want when you get a skincare product. And that's why I came up with my Truth Treatments, high concentrations of vitamin C and retinol, as well as alpha hydroxy acids and other very important biogenic, I call them biogenic, that is found in the body ingredients. When I formulate a skin health product, I'm looking to the skin to see, how does the skin work its magic? How does the skin heal itself? How does the skin moisturize itself? How does the skin repair itself? How does the skin grow cells and divide cells and form a barrier and do all of the other things the skin does? And then I look to the molecules that are accomplishing that magic. I call it magic because I don't know what else it is. It happens. And then I look at the molecules, and those molecules go into my Truth Treatments, and that's what my Truth Treatments are. They're your skin in a bottle. They're the components of your skin in a bottle. They're the active ingredients in your skin in a bottle or in a jar, as the case may be. Truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. You got specials running. Valentine's Day special, I think, is continuing, but I'm not sure about that. But we definitely have our Perfect Pair special, our Truth Transdermal C Serum and our Truth Biomimetic Mineral Mist for $49. The last month, you will definitely, guaranteed, 100% notice a difference in your skin, and it is money back guaranteed. If you don't think it's working, which I don't know how you could think that, but if you don't, just send it back and we'll get you your money back. That's truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Thank you for joining us on the bright side. Once again, I've got a couple things on my mind here. I want to continue talking about the whole electrical nature of the body and the electrical nature, where we left off yesterday, the electrical nature of the skin, the electrical nature of life, the electrical nature of reality. All of life is based on the idea that positive and negative charges conduct energy. Energy flows from negative charges to positive charges, or from the negative side, if you will, to the positive side. Negative means extra, positive means less, and things go from where there's a lot to where there's a little. That's called the Law of Diffusion in chemistry and physics. That's basically how charges are generated. In fact, the formation of negative charges and positive charges is called charge separation. I don't want to get too in the weeds here, but this is kind of fascinating. I believe this idea of charge separation. Charge separation is how negative charges become positive charges. And in the Bible, we learn, and the Bible is really kind of there's a lot of quantum physics in the Bible. If you look at it right, the Bible's got some amazing stuff in it. It's not, if you're taking the Bible literally, you're really missing the point. You know, the Bible's not, the stories in the Bible in the Old Testament are not to be taken literally, but if you understand them as allegories, there's so much wisdom in there. In fact, there's quantum physics in there. Genesis 1:4, or Genesis 1, I should say. God divides the light from the darkness. He separates out the light from the darkness. Now, this doesn't literally mean that some being with a beard and sandals actually separated out light. And you gotta be a numbskull to actually take that literally. Excuse me, I don't mean to attack anybody, but it's really kind of ridiculous to take some of the stuff literally. Nonetheless, if you understand charge separation, you understand physics, that's what they're talking about. Reality is created when light is separated from darkness. That means when you separate out the negative charge from the positive charge. Light is a negative charge. Darkness is a positive charge, in the sense that light and negative charges are extra stuff. Dark and positive charges are stuff missing, and things flow from light to dark, and that's what charge separation is all about. And that occurs in cells. That occurs in life. Lightning itself occurs because of charge separation in clouds. So this notion of separating out the positive charges and negative charges becomes very important. And guess what it is in the body that does this charge separation? It's the water. And this is one of the reasons why water is so darn fundamental. It separates out charges and creates electrical energy. And in the sun, outside the body, in the world, if you will, it's light that separates out the positive charges and the negative charges. Light is a charge separator itself. So this notion of charge separation is how electricity is formed in the body, and anything we can do to enhance charge separation is going to be in our health interest. In terms of the cell, it's the membrane that creates this charge separation. And this is why fats, essential fatty acids, are so darn important, because they compose the large majority of the cell membrane. All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Got lines open for you, 844-236-6010. We love hearing from you. If you have questions or comments or success stories you would like to share, 844-236-6010 is our number. I love dialogue. I don't want to just do a monologue on this program. I don't want to just be talking. I want to talk to you. I want to hear what you have to say. So 844-236-6010 is our number. If you have anything to say or questions or comments, we love hearing from you. 844-236-6010. I'll be doing a talk in my lab, 2240 Curtis Street, Denver, Colorado. We'll talk longevity. We'll talk skin health. We'll give away some longevity products as well. Got an email from somebody who wanted me to YouTube it or video it, and I'm still trying to work on that. I might have it videoed. My friend Ryan gets his stuff together, and we'll put it out on Facebook at least. I don't know if Ryan's listening, but he comes in from Canada and does some video stuff. We'll do that on February 29th, 2020 at my lab, 2240 Curtis Street, Denver, Colorado. Hope to see you there. Zip code 80205. Hope to see you there. And if you'd like to purchase longevity products, you can call 866-735-2470 or go to our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Even better, if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, love to have you as a member of the team. If you're an entrepreneur, if you like the entrepreneur lifestyle, for a one-time $30 fee, you can be in business for yourself and help change lives, really change lives at the most basic and fundamental level there is with Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Healthy Start Pack, the Sweeties, the Fuchs Z, the Glucogel Caps. Longevity products literally change lives in terms of health, which is the most basic way you can change a life. If that sounds good to you, and if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to make a little extra money, a little side hustle, if you want to make a full-time income, a lot of folks are making a full-time living. Some folks are making a lot of money, helping spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. We'd love to have you on the Brightside Ben team. Call 866-735-2470 for info, or click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com. pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. I got a note yesterday from my friend Al, Dr. Future, who is one of the most brilliant guys I know, and he asked me about the coronavirus. He heard my video, my moment of truth on the coronavirus, where I said, on the moment of truth, what I say here on the radio program, I say, don't sweat the coronavirus. Take care of your health. That's the most important thing. So I want to talk a little bit about the coronavirus. Maybe we'll do that next segment, because I still want to finish up talking about this idea of charge separation and its relationship to all of creation. It's a fundamental question in biology. How is it that inside of a cell, you've got all of these charged particles, and they don't clump together? How is it that they somehow, in this dense system of charged molecules, how is it that they don't aggregate, that they spread apart? In fact, how is it in the body that all of these charges don't clump together? How is it that they spread apart? And all this has to do with something called charge separation. Charge separation is how electrical currents are formed. And I don't want to get too much into physics, but it's kind of cool, I think. Hopefully you do too. And also, it's very important. It's very relevant. The more we can spread these charges apart, the more electrical flow we'll have. And that's why ingesting electrical energy is so important. When you ingest electrical energy in combination with water and good food, especially fats, you facilitate the body's ability to pull things apart. Just to give you a classic example of how this works, inside the blood, or inside the bloodstream, we'll say, you have red blood cells, and these red blood cells are supposed to be separated from each other so that they can flow. They're separated from each other so electrical energy can be conducted. When they clump together, you don't have that distance between cells. You don't get electrical energy flow, the flow of electrical energy, and blood doesn't move as effectively. That's why essential fatty acids are so important, because they act as charge separators. Essential fatty acids taken in, ingested internally, help facilitate help improve, we'll say, the flow of electrical energy between red blood cells. That causes the bloodstream to move more effectively. They used to tell us, they still tell us, that the heart is why blood flows, and now we know, at least cutting-edge scientists recognize, that the blood flow is a function of electrical energy more than it's a function of the heart pumping, which means essential fatty acids with their rich electron cloud, or taking them in your ultimate EFAs, is a great way to improve the flow of electrical energy, because you spread the red blood cells apart from each other and you get flow. You get charge separation. That's called flow. I call it flow. So the more charges, the more electricity you're ingesting in combination with fluids, water, the better the charge separation, the better the flow, the better the electrical energy, and the healthier we are. So we talk about charge separation, but as a physics phenomena, but really it boils down to a health issue. When you have charge separation, you have flow. You get charge separation with the ingestion of electrically charged foods and supplements like essential fatty acids, like minerals for that matter, especially plant-derived minerals, which conduct electrical charges. Regular minerals don't really conduct electrical charges as effectively. Plant-derived minerals really conduct electrical charges. Fulvic minerals, like I use in my fulvic in our biomimetic mineral mist and a few of our other products, they really conduct electrical charges. That's why you can put a voltage meter in your in your plant-derived minerals or your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and it'll move because you're conducting electrical energy. That's why drinking vegetable juice in a blender where you spin the electrolytes from the veggies in with the water, you vortex them. That's why drinking them is so valuable for energy. You're drinking electrical energy. You're facilitating charge separation. You're improving the flow of electrical energy in the biosystem. You can also do it with your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. When you're doing your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you're going to get more benefit if you put it in a blender. You get more electrical energy. The vortex that's created by the spinning blades of your blender or your Vitamix actually generates an electrical charge in the fluid. It makes your vegetables more electrically active, or your vegetable drink more electrically active, and it makes your Beyond Tangy Tangerine drink more electrically active. And by the way, electrical flow and charges and negative and positive and the movement from a lot of energy to a little energy is the basis of pH. It's the basis of acid-base. Acid represents a shortage of electricity. Alkaline, or I should say an excess of electricity. Alkaline represents a shortage of electricity. And the flow of energy from negative to positive is the same as the flow of energy from acid to base. That's why pH is so important. You want the blood to be slightly alkaline. Why? Because when it's slightly alkaline, it pulls. Alkaline pulls. Acid pushes. Acid is like a fountain. It streams forth electrical energy. Alkaline is like a vacuum cleaner. It sucks up electrical energy, and the combination of spewing forth and sucking up creates flow in the same way that negative and positive charges create flow. This is why you don't want to be too acid. If you're too acid, you don't have the vacuum cleaner to suck up electrical energy. You're spewing electrical energy. That's not a good situation, and this is why acidity and low pH is linked to sickness. You go to the hospital and take the blood pH of people in the hospital, or cancer victims, or people who are dealing with some kind of horrible disease, their blood is acidic. It's streaming electrical energy. It's not sucking it up. When you stream electrical energy and you don't suck it up, you can't obtain more energy from food. Sucking up electrical energy, keeping your blood alkaline, is extremely important for good health because you can get more energy when you're a vacuum cleaner than you can when you're a fountain. You get more energy when you're alkaline than you are when you're acid. You get more energy, you can suck up more energy when the charges are positive. Positive charges represent a vacuum cleaner, negative charges represent a fountain. Vacuum cleaner, obviously, can do you more benefit because it can take in more energy. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. We're back on The Bright Side with lines open. 844-236-6010 is our number. Hang on if you're on hold. We'll get to you here momentarily. Please check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for our longevity products, and also our Facebook page, The Bright Side with Pharmacist Ben. We've got various posts as well as our videos. Our Moment of Truth's up, and I'll be doing a Facebook Live hopefully this weekend, but you'll get notified if you follow us on our Facebook page, The Bright Side with Pharmacist Ben. Thanks, Nasima, for setting that up. And then also I want to remind you to check out our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com, especially our Perfect Pair, our Biomimetic Mineral Mist, and Truth Transdermal C Serum. About a month's supply. Go for $49 with a money-back guarantee, but you're not going to need that because if you are truly interested in having beautiful skin, topical vitamin C is the way to go. There's nothing better than topical vitamin C in its fat-soluble form. Don't be fooled by ascorbic acid. That is the cheap stuff, and it's not going to do much for your skin. You need fatty vitamin C. The reason you don't see it around very much is because it's really expensive. It's expensive for me, and unfortunately, it's more expensive for you. However, if you want benefits, you want the real deal, that's what you need. Don't be fooled by ascorbic acid in a skin health product. It's not fair for a manufacturer to do it, but it's just dumb for us to do it. You've got to find what's called ascorbyl, tetra, iso, palmitate, or ascorbyl palmitate. Those are the two main forms of fatty vitamin C. And don't even worry about the names. Just go to TruthTreatments.com, because that's all we use in our Truth Skin Health products at TruthTreatments.com. TruthTreatments.com. All right, I want to talk about the coronavirus a little bit. We'll continue talking about pH and acid base and flow tomorrow, and some of the nutritional supplements you could use. But I'll just tell you this right now. Essential fatty acids are key players. Actually, essential fatty acids, water, and minerals are the key players. And you could probably throw in amino acids into the mix, but basically it's EFAs, it's minerals, plant-derived minerals, not cheapo minerals, plant-derived minerals or fulvic minerals, and water that are the key players in charge separation and electrical flow in the body. But I'm not done talking about it. We'll continue this discussion tomorrow and in the coming days, because it's really important when it comes to health. I do want to take a break now and talk a little bit about the coronavirus. I got a letter from my friend Al, Dr. Future, who said, what about the incubation period with the coronavirus? And what about transmission of the coronavirus, even if you're not infected? And all of these points are well taken. There is an incubation period. You can be contagious even if you don't know you have the coronavirus. I understand all this. But the point about the coronavirus and other viruses that you hear about is not to be scared of them. The powers that be need us scared. The Chinese government needs the Chinese people scared. The United States government needs people scared. Governments need people scared. Just like marketers need people scared. It's one of the strategies, one of the major fundamental strategies of marketing is to keep people scared, so they buy. Governments need people scared, so they buy. Not necessarily buy product, but buy lies, buy deceit, by giving up their own authority. Don't fall for it. If you're one of those people running around with a mask, you're wasting your time with the mask. It's silly. The coronavirus, by the way, a large part of the coronavirus is fecal transmission. It's dirt. It's not people not washing their hands. The mask isn't really what it's all about. If you want to take care of the coronavirus, take care of your immune system. That's the most important strategy for keeping yourself coronavirus free. Coronavirus affects mostly older folks, people who are not healthy, people who have comorbidities, other health challenges. Immune system is incredible at dealing with the coronavirus, at dealing with all viruses. There are viruses that are more virulent than others, obviously. Nonetheless, as bad as Ebola is, and as bad as Zika is, and as bad as SARS is, and the avian flu and the coronavirus, our body can take care of it. You want to build your immune system. Mast cells, natural killer cells, white blood cells, macrophages, dendritic cells. There's so many weapons that the intelligent and responsive immune system has at its disposal that you don't have to worry about those things, but you gotta strengthen the immune system. And so many of the things we do, including being scared, suppress our immune system. How does that sound? You get scared of the coronavirus, and you are more likely to have the coronavirus. That which I fear has come upon me, as Job says in the Bible. When we're scared of something, that's when we're more prone to get it. From U.S. Pharmacist, avoid routine corticosteroids in treatment of suspected coronavirus. This is the knucklehead approach in the medical model. Even U.S. Pharmacist, which is a mouthpiece for the medical model, recognizes that you don't want to use steroids for the coronavirus, but that's what they do. That's what doctors do to suppress the symptoms of the coronavirus. But the problem is the steroids shut down your immune system. Even U.S. Pharmacist says to avoid corticosteroids in treatment of suspected coronavirus or coronavirus infection. So what do? What medical strategy do you use to protect yourself from the coronavirus? I'll tell you what you use. You ready for the medical strategy? Nothing. There's no medical strategy. None. Zippo. Nada. We love our medical model and we think it could do anything. It can't take care of the coronavirus or infection. And they're hustling around to try to find a vaccine, blah, blah, blah. So they'll give you more. This is the problem with vaccinations. They give you the poison to take care of the poison. And yes, I know, sometimes vaccinations work. But the point is, when you have a virulent infection or contagion, is not to worry about the virulent infection or contagion, but to worry about yourself. That's called locus of control. How many people who are wearing those masks at the airport or wherever they're wearing their mask or I had a lady refuse to shake my hand. I was at a trade show a couple weeks ago. She didn't want to shake my hand because of the coronavirus. How many of those people are eating McDonald's, are drinking Coke, are eating creme brulee and chocolate cake for dessert? Way better strategies to avoid the chocolate cake and the dessert than to wear a mask, to use vitamin C, to use N-acetylcysteine, to build your glutathione, to make sure you're taking selenium, to make sure you're using sulfur, to practice calorie restriction and meditation and exercise. That's how you take care of the coronavirus. That's how you take care of health challenges. This is so simple, people. It's not just the coronavirus. It's autoimmune disease. It's cancer. It's arthritis. It's feeling miserable. It's neurological problems. All our health challenges come back to locus of control, with the exception of trauma and accident. Trauma and accident, all right. Stuff happens. It's entropy. Things break down. We understand. But as far as health challenges go that are infectious, or as far as health challenges go that are chronic and progressive, we have locus of control over heart disease, over cancer, over diabetes, over autoimmunity, over Parkinson's. This should be the most inspiring and powerful message anybody who's sick has heard. This should be the most powerful and inspiring message that anybody who has a loved one who's sick has heard. It's almost worse when you have a loved one who's sick. When you really care about somebody and you watch them suffer, it's almost worse than having it yourself. And these are all things that we could share with our loved ones. We can share Beyond Tangy Tangerine with our loved ones. We can share some of the knowledge and the information that we impart upon you every day on the bright side with our loved ones. We can tell our loved ones about the relationship between sugar intake and fast food and refined carbohydrates and neurological health issues or immune health issues or skin health issues. There's so much we can do, people, for everything, including the coronavirus. So ditch the mask and get on a supplement program. That's my advice for the coronavirus. And I'm not sure if my friend Dr. Future is listening, but that's what I'm going to tell him when I go on his program. I am Pharmacist Ben. We'll get your calls when we come back. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. We're back on The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We do have lines open for you. And then let's hit the phones and talk to our friend Truth Raider. What's up, Carl? How you doing, my man?
I'm very, very well. Let's see, avian bird flu is where the whole thing started. Anyway, let's get off.
Remember that? Remember how terrible the avian bird flu was going to be? How everybody had to worry about the bird flu. When was that? 10 years ago? 12 years ago?
Yeah, late 04, early 2005 when that was.
Wasn't that terrible?
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Carl? But weren't people walking around with masks? Carl, listen. Weren't people walking around with masks back then too?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. People had that's when they started putting the hand wipes in every grocery store. Right. You remember that?
Right. And did you have a lot of? You lost a lot of friends to the avian bird flu, didn't you? I know I did. It was a tragedy. Thousands of people. Oh my God! I lost a bunch of friends. It was like the bubonic plague.
Yeah, like invisible friends and relatives that I lost. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. It was terrible. And Zika. I lost a lot of people to Zika, too.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yes, and all my friends, they died from Ebola. All the people who died from Ebola. Oh, my gosh. And now the coronavirus. Oh, my goodness. People are dropping dead like flies. The coronavirus. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the history of propaganda of fear and illness.
Propaganda and fear. And, and the thing is, I know smart people that fall into that. I know smart people that are worried about this nonsense, this craziness. So go ahead. What's going on today? How can I help you?
Okay. They got the brochure. I sent it out, but not quite in time. My uncle-in-law had a heart attack Valentine's night, and I guess basically he literally died of a broken heart after losing my aunt.
That's right. You can die of that's called broken heart disease. I'm very sorry to hear that. How old was he?
Yeah. He was 81. I just spoke to him a couple 3 weeks ago. He was huffing and puffing. I just didn't have enough air. He had mesothelioma, so he had to be on an oxygen tank most of the time. But then I called about a few days later, and he was feeling much better. He was fine. We sat and we talked, and I was amazed at the guy. I never knew his but they were avid at just tennis fans, that you wouldn't imagine. They knew more about tennis than I did. I was very surprised. So, yeah,
was he ready to go? Was he just ready to go? He was just ready to go, huh?
Yeah, he was ready. Yeah, he was okay. He said, "Yeah, don't send me nothing. Just send me the brochure or something." Man, yeah, I'm fine. Don't send me nothing.
Were you guys close?
Yeah.
You were close to him? Were you close to him?
It was a unique relationship. He's kind of one of those guys that sits there, doesn't say too much, so he can kind of see through you. He doesn't say much, but when he speaks when he needs to speak. He was really kind of very stoic.
Did you grow up with him? Did you grow up with him?
Yeah, oh yeah, since I was a kid. Yeah, they've been in my life since I was a little boy. Oh yeah, they used to come over to visit me, and they were kind of like my secondary parents.
Well, I'm sorry to hear all that. I'm sorry to hear that. Death is kind of an interesting thing to accept, to deal with. I mean, it's just really hard, and it's weird when you grow up with somebody and then they're gone like that. And I can only imagine what it's like for somebody who's been married. You're in love with somebody for 50, 60, 70 years, and then one day they're not there. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine that? It's unbelievable. It's like losing, you're a part of your body. It's like waking up and one day you don't have your arm or your leg, and it's understandable. It's worse than losing a part of your body. It's it's unspeakable. That's the world we live in. And you know what, Carl, the Truth Raider? In my opinion, understanding death or coming to grips with it, our own loved one, the death of loved ones, people we care about, is probably the most important thing to figure out in this life, if it's possible to figure it out. And you know what I do? I listen to a lot of YouTube near-death experience videos. Have you ever seen these?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I wondered about that.
They're very inspiring. They're very inspiring. Yeah. I mean, the whole idea of near-death experiences and what's on the other side. And, I know it sounds a little out there and a little airy-fairy, but I don't think there's anything more relevant, more important from a practical standpoint than these near-death experiences that talk about the tunnel and the light and, the peace and being home. That's the most important thing to me, or the most striking thing to me, is they all say they're home again. They all feel like that's home, and they don't want to come back, and this is kind of the dream or the illusion, and I find that really inspiring. I try to listen to these things literally every day. There's actually a near-death experience radio station where they just talk to people. Isn't that cool? I read my first near-death experience book when I was 13, a book called Life After Life by a guy named Ray Moody. And I was 13 years old, and I read this thing, and I was like, oh, my God, I'd never heard of anything like that. And I was like, oh, my God, that totally blew me away. It really changed my life in a lot of ways. But now, check this out. There are millions of near-death experiences that have been documented. Millions of them. There's so many that if you were to YouTube them, if you search near-death experiences on YouTube, you get page after page after page of these things. And as I say, now there's a near-death experience radio station, or actually it's a podcast thing, I think, that is dedicated only to near-death experiences. And I've had my own near-death experience. I didn't come close to dying, but I had an experience that was similar to what they talk about. So I know that thing's real. And I find that very reassuring and very inspiring. And as I say, learning to come to grips with the fact that we're all mortal and that not only we, but our loved ones are all going to pass on is extremely, extremely practical and important, as you probably recognize now that you have lost a loved one. You've lost several loved ones, actually, Carl, the Truth Raider.
I've lost 5 in the past 2 years. 5, very important key figures, adult figures, and my leading figures in my life. But here's the good news. Here's the kicker about this. I want to leave you on a good note right now. I've already planted the seed. They have the Beyond Tangerine brochure. They see what happens. They see what was lacking in their parents' lives. Now, they are the new family. My cousins are the new family with their kids, and they're starting to become grandparents now. So I'm planting the seed. I'm giving them an opportunity to come on board and get the supplement. And this is a reminder. This is kind of let you know that this is going to happen sooner than later if you don't take care of the body today. And now.
That's such good advice, Carl, the Truth Raider. Our demise is inevitable. We're gonna drop dead one day. But what you want to do is you want to go into it slowly and gracefully. You don't want to fall apart. You don't want to deteriorate and have to deal with what it feels like to have the body disintegrate. And that's what happened to my mom right now. And we all have. I'm sure it's happening to some of our listeners. body is disintegrating, and we're feeling it. And that's what that chronic pain is as we get older. It's literally the joints deteriorating, the bones deteriorating, the connective tissue deteriorating and degenerating. And there's nothing the doctor can do. There's no pills you can take. That's why keeping the system strong with a good supplement program, with exercise, with rest and relaxation, and with eating correctly is so important. Nutriate, respirate, move, and rest. The fourfold square of health. Not to mention the emotional and mental strategies, not to mention the spiritual strategies, SMEP, SMEP. You want to approach healing and health from those four dimensions so that you don't have to deal with the accelerated aging and the accelerated breakdown and the pain that's associated with all that and the misery that's associated with all of that. And that's where supplementation program comes in. That's where the wisdom that we talk about in this program comes in. How you can keep the system stronger, longer, so that when it does come time to meet your maker, when your mortality does kick in, that it kicks in quickly and you don't suffer. And that's really what it's all about. We don't want to be suffering, because there's all kinds of ways that we can suffer in this, living in this body that's subject to the forces of nature and entropy. Keep the body strong, whether you're dealing with the coronavirus or high blood pressure or, God forbid, cancer or heart disease. Keep the body strong. The body can turn on a dime, but we got to turn on a dime ourselves first, and that means changing the way we live our lives, changing the way we eat, changing the way we move, changing the way we rest and relax, and changing the way we think and also feel, and plugging in to the divine spiritual force that really is behind all of this stuff. All right, Carl, we're running out of time. We'll finish up. You get the last word, buddy.
All right, brother. Well, take care of Benny. Take care of Mama. Benny's mama.
Yes, I am taking care of my mom, my poor mom. Thank you, Carl. Have a good day. It's good to talk to you, man. We'll talk again soon. All right. It's life can be really difficult, folks, but it doesn't have to be. It can be, but it doesn't have to be if you follow these strategies that we talk about. Not just physical strategies, mental, emotional, as well as spiritual strategies. That's what it's all about on the bright side, and that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening. I am Pharmacist Ben. Please check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for the longevity products. Go to our Facebook page, The Bright Side with Pharmacist Ben, to get notified of our Facebook Lives, and also to check out our Moments of Truth, as well as various posts. And don't forget to take a look at our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.